going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. As you saw at the beginning of the video, we just hit a giant milestone, or two giant milestones I should say. We passed 5,000 subscribers, and we just recently passed 1 million views on the channel, which is huge. That's 1 million pairs of eyes that have seen my content, and that's 5,000 people that have stuck around to see more. So I just wanted to go ahead and thank all of you for your support. It means a lot to me. And I also decided I wanted to make a year-end goal. I used the daily averages from Social Blade, and it said that if we were to continue our current pace up until the end of the year, we would gain around another 13,500 subscribers, putting us at around 20,000 subs. So I decided, why not make that the goal? Why not make 20,000 subs our goal? It fits nicely with where we're at now, because we're a quarter way there. So let's continue going on straight to that goal. Now, as you probably have guessed from the title of this video, it's time to get top 10k. And you know what that means? It means time to face all the laggers, all the random DCing, all the RP that I'm gonna lose from the random disconnects. It is the glorious time of the season, the best time of the season. Am I right? Am I right? For this season, we're going to be rocking our God Key team, as you can see here. If you remember my God Key video, it's the same lineup, it's the same reasoning. I will forever advocate for having Zamasu on the God Key team. Even though he doesn't buff him, he's such a huge asset to have. So I definitely recommend you guys running him if you do have him. You'll see a couple of fights in this part and the second part that'll come out tomorrow. That'll really show why Zamasu is really useful to have and to run on the team. So hopefully those fights will help make my case. Now, without further ado, let's get this charade going. Alrighty, here's the first match of the video against a future team. Unfortunate double healing used by another Redditor, a Mr. Chips. Thank you for the fight, Mr. Chips. Now, I'll almost always begin my fights using the blue Goku, just because blue Goku is very tanky and his green card heals, so there's room to make mistakes. I can amend those mistakes because he can heal. Now, as you probably know by now, the beginning of all my fights seem to go really, really bad. I don't know what it is. It's like I gotta warm up into the fight. I'm not sure. Something I gotta get over. Now, I could have used my card there, but I didn't because I done goofed. Now look at Zamasu coming through for us. Zamasu further proving why he's useful on the God Key team. I'm not sure why Chips kept going. I guess he had that much faith in Cell's damage, but I have more faith in Zamasu's tankiness. And thankfully, Zamasu is also a team healer, so he's just really, really good on this team. Use the green card to get my Rising Rush going. Try to bait out the Cell, but I couldn't do it. The ultimate card off, get some good damage on Zamasu here. He gets the Rising Rush going, but thankfully I have Zamasu here, so it's not too bad. Even though I don't guess the card, Zamasu's tankiness is more than enough to make sure that we don't use our second life, which is great. We just barely made it, but it's perfect. In hindsight, I probably should have saved that healing, but it is what it is. I love Vegeta being able to come in like this and seal out them switching. It's perfect. I had faith that Vegeta's special skill here would do more than enough. I have faith that Vegeta's going to clear face here, and what do you know, that's what he does. I already got the man advantage, catch him in his sidestep going here. Whatever the outcome was, it wouldn't matter here. Even if I were to Rising Rush Zamasu, so be it. I could get rid of his second life, and I would already be in the lead, so it was okay. Not sure why, but part of me thought that if you have Vegeta as part of this Rising Rush, it would nullify Endurance. I don't know why, but I gotta remember that it's just a special skill. Not sure why Chips didn't sidestep there. I think he had the opportunity, but I was reading that some people said sidestepping is really off on this new battle system, so maybe that's what it was. But now Zamasu's out of the way. Swap into my Zamasu, and with the type advantage, we should be good. Get that beautiful 999 right there. Maybe my luck with these dumb timed events is going to get better. Because we have the type advantage, and Zamasu's naturally very tanky, I'm just going to keep him in here to take all the damage. Still had my second life, so I was okay. Although I will admit, at this point, I was getting pretty annoyed at how resilient and persistent the cell was. It's like, oh, go away. Just kept keeping the Zamasu in, even if I didn't have Vanish. This is mainly because I know he's holding a Rising Rush. I know he's holding one, and I was scared if I swapped out to the blue Goku and he killed him, then I'd be screwed, like here. If he killed the Goku, all I'd be left with is a type disadvantaged Vegeta and the Zamasu, which is probably why he kept the onslaught going. But because I got the right guess, it was over, and Mr. Chips quits. Thank you for having proper connection, Mr. Chips. You know, amongst the sea of people that have a hamster in a cardboard box powering their internet, you finally came across someone with proper internet connection. Thank you. Here we got the second match of the video against the Sun family team, facing a Mr. what I thought was Oob when I was playing is actually just Ub. As always, start out with my blue Goku. Nice little shoulder clash there. I always think those are really cool. Any sort of clashing, I think, is super cool. It really feels like a real anime fight, I guess. Now I could already tell once the match started that it was laggy, and I was like, oh my god, it's one of those. It's one of those matches that are prolonged unnecessarily just because it takes forever for your characters to do something. I really just wanted to get the match over with as quick as I could, but you know, with this being the Sun family, I knew it was going to be a while. I had to get rid of that blue Gohan first. I thought we could get another shoulder clash going right there, but apparently not, because, you know, it's lagging. Yay. Get a little sidestepping here, get that little kid out of my face. He did the thing that I usually like doing, which is, I thought it was really awesome. I was super impressed to see that happen. I thought it was really cool. Now I know he's waiting to finish off his dad with his ultimate ability, but nah, son, get the hell out of my face, kid.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Don't try me. Dealt with enough of your crap in the previous season. Get out of my face. Yeah, get wrecked, kid. This is Super Saiyan Blue. Noob. Now we're against the blue Gohan. Gotta deal with him. Get a little Q in there, stop his ultimate ability. Thought it was kind of funny. Waited out his sidestep. I love this swapped in ability with Vegeta. I don't know. I think it's just so cool. It just keeps the fighting going, keeps it fresh, keeps it I don't know, keeps it exciting. I knew that was happening, so I didn't want to use my ultimate ability just yet. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I screwed up anyway. I know he has a Rising Rush, and I know he has basically a second Rising Rush in the form of Gohan's freaking ability, so I was making sure that Zamasu was on standby at all times. Still crazy tankiness. Not gonna let you do any Vanish. Get out of my face. Heal up my team. Another point for Zamasu for being awesome. I think he already used his Vanish at this point, so I just kind of went for it. He couldn't do much about it. Almost got my next Rising Rush. Waited to save it for this guy, because he's an absolute monster. That's the last guy. Wasn't going to take my chances. Catch him on the sidestep. First we wrecked your brother, now we're gonna wreck you. Or so I thought. You guessed my card. Woo! But thankfully Zamasu is only on standby for a little longer. Always nice to have this dude just take the hits for us. Thought he could kill me? Psych! Zamasu. Little to no damage at all. Easy. Easy tanking. Thankfully get the vanish there, and Blue Gohan has been dealt with. I'm not at this point. I didn't mind too much that it was Vegeta getting Rising Rush here, just because I mean Blue Goku with the type advantage. I needed that. I needed as many advantages as I could have against the Gohan. There's no chances. Baited out his vanish there and just went straight for it. I knew if it wasn't going to be Blue Goku to finish him off, I know Zamasu would be able to do it with that nice passive doing the additional damage. And then that's the second match. Now here is our third and final match. I really like this match because we're facing against UI Breno, a true intellectual, a true genius and man of culture. Not only does he start with Super Saiyan Blue, but he runs Zamasu. Leading up to this match, the amount of people I have fought that have always started their match with a shoulder tackle, don't do it, guys. You will not close the gap soon enough. And for people like me that always start their matches with a Ki Blast, they'll get you. If anything, people that are really incentivized to do that shoulder tackle just make it easier for me because I always start with a Ki Blast. It always kind of just works in my favor. I was hoping to get something cool there, but didn't work out. This is where I also done goofed because I thought in general Vegeta would nullify endurance by any of his attacks, but it's only a special ability. I don't know why that was a thought that went through my head, but after Zamasu lived, I was like, oh, well, okay. I done goofed. So he survives, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, Zamasu lost his second life. It is what it is. As long as he doesn't get the heal off, I'm sure it's detrimental to his team. Blue Goku coming out showing his tankiness. I don't know why he swapped out so quick, considering he still had his vanish. Goku still being tanky. Swapped in Vegeta here. Now here's something I wanted to talk about. The distribution of damage. It's always better to distribute the damage amongst all your characters as opposed to having one guy who's tanky take it all, if that makes sense. Because you want to make sure that you always have that vanish. It's kind of weird to explain, but what I'm trying to say is it's better to have 3 units at 60% HP than it is to have 1 at 10 and the other 2 at 90, if that makes sense. Always distribute the damage. Plus I had Zamasu heal. Back to max. Shoulder tackle. Pew attack. And then at this point, he was sick of my crap. He realized that he didn't want to keep fighting. I hope you guys are having a good time trying to get to the top 10k, and I hope you guys all get that glorious 2,000 Chrono Crystals because I'm sure you'll need it. They're, I don't know, the step up banner drained everyone's CC bank, and I'm sure they're going to be releasing more banners, so best of luck, guys.